Alright, this guy is up next. It might look a little familiar. Got approved for a new backplate, new carburetor. And we already put the primer ball in it. So, I think I did a video on this one. It's the before. So this should be part 2. If not, it's part 1. We're going to replace this back plate, which means this gas tank's coming off. This thing's coming off, the little guard. We're going to put it on this carburetor. It's going to be a good one. Straps looks real strappy still. So alright, let's get into it. Alright, first up, let's just rip the band-aid off. We'll go ahead and get this back off, which should be 4 right in here. 1. Where's 2? 3. And 4. And then let's take this gas tank off. 1 and 2. Now, in theory, this should come right off. In theory. Man, look at that. Just easy peasy. That's already off. Make sure we're not messing up our fuel lines or nothing here. We'll just let it sit right there. Look at that. So we can kind of easily work with this. There's these little hooks in here to take this off, your guard off. Some of them may have already come off, which is fine. And then we'll get these straps off of here. And back pad. Move it over to the new one. Alright, so let's attempt to get this up. You can see right in there. I have to try to push that down. Like that. Push this one down. Like that. There it goes. Didn't hurt my hand at all there. Ha! Right off. Just easy peasy, right? Let's see if we can snap that right on. 1, 2. It should be a 3 and a 4. We have these holes down here. Maybe should have put them in first. Let's get that back off of there. You can see this here. Yep, perfect. And in. And in. All right. That worked out. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take these straps off. Now just push it forward, and we want this to turn sideways. Sorry, I got my Mr. Heater going over there. It's a cold one this morning. I hope it's not messing with the audio, but you can see you get that sideways, and then it just slides right out. Gonna do the same thing with this guy. This one's a little bit more difficult, but it will do it. Oh, it's gonna be a fun one. I'll try and go this way. Crying in the mud. There it comes. Oh, it started. So we're gonna go ahead and unscrew this. Come on now. Help. It's so close. Yet so far. Hope you can see it's almost there. It's so close. Yep. Alright. We're gonna have to try something else. Okay, got a smaller screwdriver. Let's put it in that far end and see if we can see. I got it started there. Oh my gosh. Come on. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. I mean, what do I gotta do here? What do I gotta do to get it to go? Oh, of course. Of course, the fabric's caught up. I mean, why on earth wouldn't the strap fabric go through the hole? Why? Why wouldn't it? So there's one down. Isn't that just fun? We're gonna go ahead and take this off. Should be 4 screws right here. Back head's off. Now it's time for this one. We'll go ahead and screw this. Try to get this one off. Alright, we'll see how easy. If this one comes out nice and easy, we're gonna do a little hack for the second one. You know. Yeah. So I did realize something, that if you take this and push it up like here, get it kind of, you know, nice little space. We're throwing this away anyway, so problem solver. And there's the second strap out. Almost made that. Come on with it. So let's go ahead and put those straps back onto that side, or onto the new one. And then we can put this little nightmare right behind us, can't we? I feel better. Alright, now that we got that. Oh, yep. Now that we got that out of our system, let's go ahead and put this back on. Now these should go in, no problem solver for this. This is the new one, but these actually just go in. They go in a lot better than coming out. Throw that in there. See that? I mean, isn't that just nice? How they just slide right in. The new ones. Even that one. Take a screwdriver. Let's try to pop it right through. Yep, just like that. There it goes. Strapped up. Then we gotta find our screw for that, which was right here. Get it right there. I'm ready. Perfect. And here is your number for this back plate. There we go. It's going just nice and easy, ain't it? Whoop, 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 whoop. Right in, a long way. let it go in. Hopefully, nice and easy. There we go. That's in. Sideways, long ways, right in. Nice and easy. Here we go again. Last one though, last time. Again, sideways, long ways, in. Push it through. Give it a little persuasion. Almost. Close. And in. There we go. Our other screw. Down, in. Alright, now that we have, you know, straps on, pad on, let's just hope that this is going to pick up and put right back on there. Obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4 anti-vibration springs are going to go into these. And then there's your holes for your fuel tank. So let's just hope it goes right up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we're getting that. They appear to be in there. The top two are, bottom ones are. I'm just kind of gonna grab it and hold it by the top. Go ahead and just get that screw started. There we go. Now after one's in, it should hold the other three right where they need to be. You can hold it up just a touch, just to know that it's going in straight, just like that. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Our anti-vibration springs are back in. Go ahead and set it on its face. And if you look through the hole, you can get that hole lined up. Right back in there. Easy. This one, holes lined up. Gas tank back on. And look at that. Brand new backplate. Straps are a little difficult, but the good thing is you get to destroy that backplate that gave you so much trouble by throwing it at a high speed into a dumpster and hearing it break all over the place. It was very nice. So now, Carburetor. Let's get into it. Lifesaver. Mr. Heat. Alright. Or Mr. Heater. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's this one. The bottom's broke off of it. We're not concerned with that. Go ahead. These 4. Yep. Right off. Saved that one. There's that one. Good, good, good. I know one fell. Yeah, you can hear it rattling around right there. Perfect. Now you watch. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, we got all 4, and missing that. Let's throw that in there. Oh yeah, yep. You know, it's times like these. It's really. There we go. Alright. We're almost to the carburetor. If I recall correctly, there was an air leak in it. That's why it needs to be replaced. So we're getting close. I'm going to clean up a bit. Give me a second, please. Alright, let's get it. Oh! Looks good. Looks like it was not damaged in transport. Looks good. Get it off. Get it off of there. 1 and 2. Come on. Nope, it's not gonna let it happen. Oh yeah, don't forget this guy. Can't forget that guy. And come off. Just pop right off. Let's pick this up. And we're gonna use a little bit of force here to pop that off. Oh, that's good. The brass insert. Oh, yay! Our gasket broke. That's good. That's always a fun time. Let's get it all the way off of there. Always a fun time when gaskets break unexpectedly. And we'll just put that right back in there like nothing ever happened. Holy cow, this is all just seized everywhere. But you're gonna have that on these big industrial jobs. So we'll just work through it. I'm gonna hit this. That didn't do anything. We're gonna pry on it. There it goes. Holy cow. Impulse hose thankfully comes right off. Throttle cable comes right off. Open your gas, because when you take this off, if there's any gas in here, it's spraying all on you, and there's full of gas. But just unscrewing this a little bit releases the pressure inside the tank so that when you do take this off, it doesn't come flying, squirting out at you everywhere. And I just put it right in there, keep it there. We're gonna twist this one a little bit, see if we can't make it let go. Criminy. Get out of here with that. Oh, yeah, let's fix this little brass insert. That for some reason is out. I think that's a job for the trusty problem solver. Just like that. Give the other side a couple hits just for good measure. Now, as you may have noticed, we had 2 things go wrong when taking off this carburetor. First thing was, unexpectedly, because these very rarely break, they usually stay on here and stay solid, stay good all the way around. That didn't happen here. That's why I don't have one to replace it, because they're usually fine. So we're gonna have to get a new gasket. And if you noticed, when that last hose came off this hose here, some of it decided to stay on the knob. So we're gonna have to get a new one of these hoses, because now the new one's not gonna fit on there. It's pretty tight too. It's not extremely flexible. It's kind of hard. But here's the thing, we can't use this regular fuel line for it. If you notice, that ID, inner diameter hole, is much smaller than that. That's a regular fuel line. This one, we actually have a whole different fuel line, of course, for this to go on to here. And I'll show you why. I'll cut this off and show you why. Alright, let's get a little sketchy here. I'm just gonna take it, cut it straight down. There we go. There it comes off. Now you can see how small that is. That's why if I try to put this on there, we're never going to get a solid connection on there. So we can't use just regular fuel line. We'll have to use the fuel line with the smaller inner diameter there, so that it does indeed. And then look at that. That would go right on there. Nice and tight connection, which we need for the return. So, I believe that's the return. That should be here. in the blink of an eye. And in one blink of one eye, we have our new gasket and our line. Not the easiest thing in the world to get this line off. I like to put a screwdriver in there, try to get it started and then pull it. Sometimes, as you can see, that don't work. So we go smaller screwdriver. Get it in there. There it goes. Nice and easily like that. We'll go ahead and get this side on. May need some pliers to do this. Sometimes it'll just go right on. Every now and again, we get lucky. Now, let me get some pliers. Needle nose pliers. Get it on there. There we go. All the way up and in. Get it to come around. New one. We're not going to put the old carburetor back on. I'm going to do this just to kind of measure it. Right like that. Then we're going to go up here. So I'll give it to about there. Cut that off. Put it right on there. Alright. And then we're going to kind of try to route it correctly. Look at that. Perfect. That's perfect. That works really good. Not going to forget about our handy dandy gasket. Which goes on right here. Cool. Get her back on. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put this in back how it's supposed to be so that it'll actually hold that gasket on there. Have it on right? Looks like I got it on right. Come on, man. Alright, we're going to get rid of the gasket. I just dropped it back there. There it goes. There we go. Gasket on. Yep, there we go. Gonna slide the carburetor right on there. There we go. Nice and easy. Try to route that new line we put on accordingly. Perfect. Everything's fine. Everything's going along swimmingly. Have that in. Now our main fuel line into the new carburetor. Fuel. And now we're gonna route these. As you can see, they have their own dedicated slots, cutouts. I'm just gonna make sure they're down in there firmly. Then it's time for this guy. Again, has its own route. Look at that. Routed nicely. Gonna make sure this is on the outside of that. But on the inside of those, which is fantastic. Needle nose pliers. Pull. Come on. Come on now. There she goes. Alright. You can just see how easy that was. Make sure our holes are all lined up. We'll tack it down. It's tacked. Our impulse hose is on. New carburetor's on. Let's tighten up these guys here real fast. And again, you can see this weight. You just have to get it where you think it might be. Give it a little jiggle around. There it goes. And the back side here, just pushing it with the thumb down. There it goes. Caught on. Caught on. Nice and tight. Get this guy back on. Oh. Magnet. And then we'll just have it slide right back on there. Nice and easy. Up and in. Up. Slide in. Up and in. There it goes. And again, that's these rubbers up and in. There it goes. On nicely. Easy peasy. Just like that. We're there. Come on. Broke the rim. Brick. That one in the bucket. 1 for 3 ain't bad. We'll get this stuff on. We're gonna start her up. All right, we have 1, 2, normally 3, but the bottom is broke off, so it's pretty expensive to do a whole bottom pin. So they're fine with it. Let's see if she primes up. There she goes, priming. Prime time, baby. Choke. Make sure that's within arm's reach. There we are. Go ahead. Throw this guy on. Oh yeah, tighten up your fuel tank there. That's always a good thing to do. We'll give her a little test run. Beautiful. On to the next one.